good Wednesday afternoon or evening. So I'm hopping on here real quick. Hopefully I can keep the guitar out of the glare from the light. So look, I'm gonna go, okay, real simple. You guys know all the string names, right? Correct? Do you know them or not? Probably most of you do, maybe some of you don't. So you're gonna have so you're gonna have a E, A, D, G, B, E. Now this is the formula to know what string you're on, because you maybe have not been shown this, but this is if you didn't really know what string you were on, what the note is, everything, on the 12th fret, it all starts over, okay? Until then, it's an open string, so it's E, F, G, A, B, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? The reason why I'm telling you this is because someone can tell you E, A, D, G, B, E all they want, right? But if you don't understand kind of how that came about, then you're not ever gonna, you won't know it. And that's like basic guitar 101, the first thing I learned. So you want to know also for tuning purposes correctly, right? So E, open E, F, G, open A, B, C, open D, E, F, open G, A, open B, C, D, open E, F, G. The E on the bottom is the same as the E on the top. Same, because you have the same notes. They're both E strings, right? So now, with that, now you understand. Take your time and watch this video. Go back and forth a little bit. I gotta drink some water. But my whole point is just that, like, it's one thing for someone to tell you E, A, D, G, B, E, right? Simple. Okay, I'll just pull out my tuner. Well, I don't know, say your tuner's broke, right? And if you have a bass player and his tuner's working, or he's already tuned up and he knows he's tuned the A440, you can just tune your E string off of him. And then you would basically go, thumbs out a little bit. Another way is just to hit the strings together. You kind of hear it there. So we'll go. Pretty good. So anyway, so I showed you how to tune your guitar, right? So you don't have a tuner and you're not playing to any kind of track that's in A440 or then you can just tune your guitar to what you feel like you think is right. Because it'll be in tune with itself, it'll sound great. That's what matters. If you go and have a guitar that sounds horrible and it's all out of tune, of course you're not going to want to play it because it sounds like crap. So anyway, that was a quick lesson, just so you understand, like, what this string is like, how they came up with the E, A, D, G, B, E, right? So now you don't have to take someone's word for it. Now you have facts and I showed you how you come up with those E, A, D, G, B, E, right? And then also, real quick, you're gonna have a E, F, G, then you're gonna have a A, B, C, D, and we're back to the E, E, like I said, on the 12th fret, right? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We're back to the A on the 12th fret. So that note, it goes all the way down. So whatever you start, you just by the intervals on showed you, and you can look at them again, slow. It goes all the way down, right? And then it also goes, horizontally up and down, right? You have E, or let's say G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so there's different ways to get around it. That's what I'm trying to show you guys, because this is kind of fascinating, just in the fact that that a lot of people, probably a lot of young kids, they've never had this. They don't know this, most likely, right? So this is old school stuff that, like, when when you sat there and practice a Paul Gilbert scale for, you did that for 8 hours a day until you had that down, right? So anyway, it's probably a long video again, but hey, watch this thing. You'll get something out of it, especially for the beginners. And just watch what I did slow, and you'll get it, and then you'll have it stored. So you won't be the guy out on stage that has no idea how to tune his guitar when it's out of tune or he breaks a string. So, guys, have a good night. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I'm glad I sound better because I had some water. And have a good rest of the week. Thank you, and I will see you again soon.